Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hodges Fieldhouse on a rather cold Saturday here in Fort Dodge. Just about ready to get another Iowa Central doubleheader underway here as Tritons are set to take on the DMACC Bears today. As always, we have the women's game up first, and Iowa Central is actually got a little bit of momentum going as they won against Southeastern earlier this week. Meanwhile, DMACC struggled a little bit this year. They're sitting at 8-11. They're coming off a couple of tough losses the last few games, so looking to get back on the right track today. I'm Randy Nielsen. I'm joined today by
Jordan Martin.
Yep, what's up, Jordan?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so for the game today, going to be a little interesting because one big thing that we noticed when we were going over our notes for the pregame is that DMACC, one of their starters, number 34, Ellie Horn, their starting post player, 6'3", which if you're 6'3" in this kind of competition, you have a
huge advantage, especially in the post.
Yeah. So, what is Iowa Central? Because they don't have that height advantage, but what are they going to have to do to go up against someone who's 6'3" like Ellie Horn?
They're going to really have to strike out at the top of the key. 3-point shots.
And then, they could try getting her in foul trouble as well. We'll see, but we'll see what they try to do as we progress throughout the game today. Now it's time to introduce the starters for today's game. First for the DMACC Bears, 5'9" freshman number 0, Sam Jackson. A 5'4" freshman number 3, Asia Mina. 5'5" sophomore, number 22, Aaliyah Robinson. A 5'7" freshman, number 30, Hannah McKinney. And the aforementioned 6'3" sophomore, number 34, Ellie Horn. Now starters for the Tritons, by the usual lineup that they've had so far this year. Number 12, a 5'9" forward, Kira Ward. 5'1" sophomore at guard, number 14, Shariah Smith. Also at guard, 5'10" sophomore, Avery Terwilliger. Number 34, a 5'9" forward, she's sophomore, Brittany West. And finally, at forward, at 5'10" sophomore, number 50, Tiara Itula. That's your starting lineups for today's game. Tritons are coached by Kelly Kruger, and the DMACC Bears are coached by Steve Krafiska. Just about ready to get pregame ceremonies underway.
Fans, we're at the Hodges Fieldhouse, another afternoon of junior college basketball. Today's Jam the Gym. We welcome the Bears from Warren Area Community College. We ask you now, please rise to a tribute to our country as Jeremy Smith, Director of Athletic Bands, leads the Triton Pep Band in the playing of our national anthem. Here today's starting lineups for the first game of the day will be the women's contest. Here the starters for the visiting Bears from Dorian Area Community College. Number 0, Sam Jackson. Number 3, Asia Mina. Number 22, Aaliyah Robinson. Number 30 is Hannah McKinney. And number 34, Ellie Horn. Steve Casterson is the head coach for the Bears. Now here's the starting lineup for your Iowa Central Tritons. The 5'9" sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, number 12, Kira Ward. The 5'1" sophomore from Fort Dodge, number 14, Shariah Smith. The 5'10" sophomore from Humboldt, number 30, Avery Terwilliger. The 5'9" sophomore from Shakopee, Minnesota, number 34, Brittany West. And the 5'10" sophomore from West Jordan, Utah, number 50 is Tiara Itula. Right side by Kelly Kruger, assisted by Simon Dickerson. The officials are Dwight Duncan, Prince Silva, Stacey Marlin.
All right, we are just about ready to get this game underway here at Hodges Fieldhouse. And as we mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, Iowa Central is coming in with a bit of momentum after a good win earlier this week against Southeastern. And they played Iowa Lakes really tough last Saturday, but ended up getting pulling away late. But it was a good showing against Iowa Lakes, who in a lot of people's minds should be a ranked team in the NJCAA, but a good opportunity for them against DMACC
to continue the momentum.
Yeah, keep that momentum going that they've had from the win earlier this week. Just about ready for tip-off, and no surprise here as we see Ellie Horn going up for the tip for DMACC against Terwilliger. DMACC wins the tip, and we are underway. We start inside to Sam Jackson. We go out to Horn. Now McKinney over to Sam Jackson. Three-pointer is good. That's Aaliyah Robinson getting off for a good start today. If you've watched DMACC play this year, it's no surprise to you to see Aaliyah Robinson get off to a quick start. She leads the team in scoring. After the missed layup by Smith, Terwilliger ends up with it, misses the jumper. Now here come the Bears. Here's Robinson going up against Terwilliger. Layup is no good. Itula gets the rebound. Now Shariah Smith will bring the ball up the floor for the Tritons. Itula over to Smith. Less than 10 on the shot clock here for the Tritons. Itula driving inside. And I think they got her for stepping on the baseline. She was trying to drive there. It was a good attempt, just barely stepped on the line, created a turnover. Just underway here at Hodges Fieldhouse. DMACC with an early 3-0 lead over the Tritons. Here's Robinson, who has the only bucket of the game so far. Over to Mina. Mina kicks out to Horn. 10 on the shot clock for the Bears. Fires for three, and that is good. That's Hannah McKinney. 6-0 lead for the Bears.
When teams have a great start like that with 2 3-pointers, that's a huge advantage.
Now the Tritons look to get back on the right track. Itula fires for three. No good. Rebound by McKinney. You always got to keep an eye out for Itula at the three-point line because she can shoot the three as well. Shot by Horn is no good. Rebound by the Tritons. Nice pass ahead to Itula, up and in. That was an awesome pass there from Shariah Smith, leading Itula to the bucket for the layup. Then the Bears, they just come right back. Aaliyah Robinson just buries a jumper, slams that door shut. Cross-court pass to Itula, fires for three. Short.
Couldn't get it quite to go.
And after the missed three, here come the Bears, already with a 6-point lead, and they turn it over. Here comes the speedy Shariah Smith and draws the foul.
Great way to draw a foul, especially when you have speed like that to take it to the bucket.
That foul is going to be on Aaliyah Robinson. That's going to be her first. Shariah Smith will head to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good for Smith. Sierra Smith has checked in the game for the Tritons. She's number 20 as Terwilliger heads to the bench. No good on the second free throw. Remains an 8-3 game, 3 minutes in. Here come the Bears. Inside to Horn. This goes right over Kira Ward, but the shot's no good. Ball's still loose. And it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with DMACC. It was quite the scrum for that loose ball.
Oh, yeah, it sure was, Randy.
So Sierra Smith almost had it, but kind of bounced off someone's foot somewhere in that scrum and ended up going out of bounds. So the Bears catch a bit of a break here. Now Mina fires for 3. Buries it. That's 3 made 3-pointers for the Bears already.
Right, that's a great start to the game.
Not even 4 minutes in, and they lead 11-3. Itula tried to drive that one inside. I think a Bears player, couldn't tell who it was because there was 3 in the vicinity.
Right.
Knocked it out of the hands of Itula. Still going to be Triton ball. They're going to have 19 seconds on the shot clock. West, little pull-up jumper. Was able to lose McKinney after the inbounds pass and just buries the short jumper. Easy bucket for West. That's her first one of the day. It's 11-5. Here's Robinson going up against Sierra Smith. Now Jackson over to McKinney. McKinney guarded by West. McKinney drives inside. Kicks it out to Horn. 5 on the shot clock. Mina looking. And they're not going to be able to get a shot off. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense there from the Tritons.
Right, that's something you have to do, especially a team that's shooting like that in the first quarter.
Now we have a press look coming here from the Bears. They inbound it to West. They give it up to Smith, and Smith's able to beat that press. Here comes Itula. Itula kicks it off to Ward. That was a gorgeous pass. Now the Tritons are starting to get a little bit of that momentum going. They've cut it down to 4. Mina drives inside. Layup is no good. The ball is loose, ends up in the hands of Robinson. And she gets the shooter's roll as that thing hung up on the rim forever. Here comes Smith. Just goes right by everybody, but is blocked. I think they're going to call that. Okay. They did not call a foul. They just called the ball out of bounds. So I said the word block, and I thought that they were going to call a foul on that, but looks like they're just going to call it out of bounds.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a great job there by that officiating crew to get that figured out. Bethany Evans has checked into the game for the Bears. She's number 5. Inbound pass to Smith. Over to Sierra Smith. She drives inside. Lays up, no good. Rebound by the Bears. Here's Mina going to work against Shariah Smith. And we have a whistle. I think this is going to be a foul on Shariah Smith.
Shariah Smith, their first team call on the Tritons.
They're going to call that a foul. That's going to be the first on Shariah Smith. Here's Robinson. Over to Evans. Back to Jackson. Robinson. Back to Jackson inside. Makes a nice move there and is able to get the layup to go up and in. That was nicely done by Jackson. just go right by a couple of defenders, get the bucket. Now, Shreya Smith will fire a three, and that is good. And they needed that three bad.
Right, they did.
5-point game, 15-10. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Robinson fires for three, in and out, no good. Ward ends up with the rebound, but has it stripped. Now over to Mina, short jumper, no good. This time in the hands of Shreya Smith. Over to Sierra Smith. Itula. Shreya for three, buries it. And now, after 2 threes, just like that, now it's a 2-point game.
This entire game has been a complete shootout.
Yeah, back and forth we go in this game, kind of like we did in our last game against Iowa Lakes. Evans fires for three, and that is nowhere close. That's going to go out of bounds and be Triton ball.
And McKinney the ball for DMACC. Jessica Jackson into the right.
Some substitutions coming in for both sides. Hannah McKinney has checked back into the game for DMACC. Terwilliger has checked into the game for the Tritons, and Jessica Jackson has come into the game for the first time for the Tritons. She's number 32. Shreya Smith going against Mina. Over to Sierra Smith. Sierra looking for somewhere to give it to. Hands off to Shreya. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Shreya going to work against Mina. And it ends up turning it over. I think she thought that she was going to draw a foul there, but didn't get that call. So after the turnover, the Bears have McKinney going up against Terwilliger. Cross-court pass to Jackson. She lost the handle of it, and it's stolen by Jessica Jackson. Now here come the Tritons. Sierra Smith over to Shreya. And here's Jackson. Pass inside to Sierra Smith. Nice move there. Gets the bucket and the foul. She'll head to the line. Perhaps give the Tritons their first lead of the game.
If you've noticed, Iowa Central has been working in the basket game. They've been getting some really close shots down there.
Yeah, it's there for quite a while. They have not had Ellie Horn out on the floor, so they've been able to drive inside. We'll see what they're able to do against that, because Ellie Horn just checked back in for the Bears. Free throw is no good for Sierra Smith. Tie game, just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Chrissy Okanaka has checked into the game for the Tritons. She's number 2, guarding Robinson. Now to Evans. The layup was no good there for Grace Stalzer, number 25 for the Bears. But they catch a break as it goes out of bounds off the Tritons. They'll stay on this end. Robinson will inbound. And McKinney will set up the offense for the Bears. To Evans in the corner, fires for 3, buries it. Nice corner 3 there for Bethany Evans as she kind of got left alone a little bit. It gives the Bears the lead back, 18-15. Here's Okanaka to Itula. Itula going up against Lawn.
It seems to me both teams are playing polar opposite offenses. The Tritons have more of a post game, and the Bears have more of a 3-point game.
After the missed layup, here come the Tritons. They're down by 1, can take the lead on a bucket. Nice pass from Sierra Smith to Jessica Jackson, and now the Tritons have the lead for the first time. DMACC calls a full timeout. 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter, 19-18. We'll be right back here on the Triton Nation Network. Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Just over a minute remaining here in the first. Bears find themselves down for the first time in this game, 19-18. See what they do here in the last minute of the first quarter. 10 on the shot clock here for Robinson. Inside to Horn, being triple teamed. Layup is no good. Rebound by the Tritons, eventually in the hands of Shariah Smith.
See, that's the advantage of having a player that fast. You can get rebounds very easy.
Itula fires for three, and she buries it right over the outstretched arm of Ellie Horn. And now it's a 4-point game. Evans over to McKinney. Robinson fires for three, buries it. And just when the Tritons thought they really had something going, then they just respond with that out of the timeout. That was well done there from Robinson. 15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. After the three-pointer, Iowa Central called timeout. We'll stay right here for this timeout. All right, so shot clock is off. The Tritons, they're going to have the last shot here if they want. So what are you thinking here for this possession?
I think the Tritons need to come back with another three.
Yeah. So West, Terwilliger, Itula, it could be any one of them. They're really good shooting the three.
Right, they can balance it out pretty well.
Yeah. It's nice to have different options to shoot those 3 pointers.
Yeah, multiple weapons. Yes, it is.
All right, so right now coming out on the floor for the Tritons, it's Itula, Jackson, Okanaka, Shariah Smith, and Brittany West. To see what the Tritons do here with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ten seconds. Smith over to Okanaka. Jackson back to Okanaka. Is able to save that. Ends up in the hands of Jackson eventually, but they're not able to get the shot off. They had one too many
Unfortunately,
passes.
that was a really great save, but they just couldn't get it up in time.
Yeah. But after the deflected pass and the save, it kind of broke down just a little bit. Really didn't have much of a chance to get something off. That's going to be the end of what's been a very competitive first quarter. 22-21 Tritons lead. We'll be back for the second here on the Triton Nation Network.
Fair warning for the Tritons.
Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Just about ready to start the second quarter of play here between DMACC Bears and the Iowa Central Tritons. They're a very competitive first quarter. Get underway with West. Now over to Okanaka. Kira Ward. Back to Okanaka. Back to Ward. Pull-up jumper. No good.
Couldn't quite get the shot out.
After the rebound, West drives inside, no good. Rebound by Ellie Horn. Now here come the Bears. They try to take the lead back after Iowa Central put on a really good run at the end of the first. Here's Jackson. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Itula. You can see Triton head coach Kelly Kruger is not particularly pleased with that sequence of events, but sometimes those calls just don't go the way that you want them to. It'll happen. But so here's Sam Jackson. First free throw is no good. That's the first foul of the game on Itula as Sam Jackson shoots her second free throw. A little bit of a shooter's bounce on the second. That goes in. We have a tie game, 22-22. Here's Itula. Pull-up jumper. It is good for Thierry Itula. Just inside the three-point line, just buries that jumper. She got some range, Itula does, which is a great quality to have for a post player. That three-pointer is good for Bethany Evans. Just come right back with a three-pointer of their own. A real back-and-forth game that continues, as now it's a one-point lead. West over to Shreya Smith. Okanaka inside. Layup is no good. Rebound.
Another save.
Nice save indeed from Itula. Leads to a
Fires
good
back with the three. Right.
Man.
It's a complete shootout out here.
It's the first three-pointer of the game for Brittany West. Gives Iowa Central a 2-point lead. And you're right, Jordan. That was an excellent save by Itula as Kira Ward gets the steal. Now the Tritons look to extend their lead. Nice pass inside Okanaka. Gets her an easy layup, and now it's a 4-point game. Now DMACC trying to get that momentum back inside to Jackson. Tries to go around Kira Ward, doesn't get the layup to go. Now here come the Tritons. Shreya Smith over to West. Now we'll go back to Shreya Smith. And Okanaka was not expecting that pass. So she actually,
right. I don't think the offense was on the same page.
Yeah, because Okanaka was trying to communicate with the teammate as the ball was being thrown to her. Which,
right.
So after the turnover, Sierra Smith checks into the game, replacing Okanaka. Now the Bears look to try and cut into this 4-point deficit.
That was a bit of a tough shot that she got out there.
Yeah, that was Reagan Brewer just checked into the game for the first time for DMACC. And the arc of the shot didn't look pretty, but it went through the net, so take what you can get. Here's West. Smith fires for three. No good. Rebound by the Bears. Cross-court pass to McKinney. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound. Back to the Bears. And they're going to call a foul. Thinking it's going to be on Sierra Smith.
For a second, I thought she stepped out of bounds.
I did too. Now some substitutions in for the Bears. Ellie Horn has checked back in.
Ellie Horn in the ballgame for.
So now you have their tall lineup is in for the Bears because they have Ellie Horn out there. Obviously, he's the 6'3" post player, but then you also have Reagan Brewer out there as well. She's 6 foot as well.
Right,
so,
that's a very dominant post lineup.
Horton's double team, passes it out. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound by Itula. Now Shreya Smith hands off to Terwilliger. Back to Smith. Smith going inside, hands off to Itula. Itula driving inside and is going to draw the foul. So now Itula will head to the line to shoot free throws. They're going to call a foul there on Asia Mina. It's going to be her first. First free throw is no good for Thierry Itula. Still a 2-point game, 6:12 remaining here in the first half. Second free throw rattles in. It's now a 30-27 lead for the Tritons as Itula, with that free throw, has scored 10 points so far this half. Ellie Horn inside, just way over the top of everybody, is able to draw a foul on the shot. She'll shoot 2. We're going to call the foul on Itula. That's going to be her second. First free throw is no good for Ellie Horn. Jessica Jackson has checked back into the game. She'll replace Itula with her 2 fouls. Second free throw is good for Ellie Horn. Now Terwilliger over to West. To Ward. Out to Shreya Smith. Fires for 3. No good.
Good
Rebound.
look, but couldn't really quite get the shot to go in.
But they are able to get the rebounds. They have a second chance here. Shreya Smith looking to set up the offense. Pass was too tall for Terwilliger. That's going to be a turnover. So the Bears catching a little bit of a break there, not giving up a second chance opportunity. Looking to tie or perhaps take the lead with a 3-pointer here on this possession. Mina goes inside, just goes right by everybody and gets the layup. It's a tie game once again. Terwilliger to Smith. Now back to Terwilliger. Terwilliger looking, hands it off to Smith. Kira Ward, 10 on the shot clock for the Tritons. Here's Terwilliger. Pull-up jumper is good for Avery Terwilliger.
Right, both teams have been really highly competitive so far in this game.
This is exactly the game that we were hoping to get this afternoon.
Right.
A 2-point game as we're getting in the closing stages of the first half. But now after that 3-point,
Bears bounce back with another 3.
Yeah, that was Taylor Abernathy from the corner. Gives the Bears the lead back. Now Smith hands it off to Jackson. Over to Terwilliger, fires for 3. No good. Rebound by the Bears. Here comes Robinson. Over to Mina. Inside. That pass is stolen away by Brittany West, and they're going to call a foul on Ellie Horn. That pass was just a little off the mark for Horn, and she ended up grabbing onto West to prevent a breakaway. Which, with West, that's another very strong aspect of her game, is stealing those passes and turning them into easy layups on the other end.
Right.
Terwilliger looking over to Jackson. Jackson hands it off to Terwilliger, fires for 3, buries it.
Tough shot, but she got it up.
So after the 3-pointer by Terwilliger, it's now a 2-point lead for the Tritons, 35-33, as we continue to go back and forth here in this first half. Stalzer over to Mina. 10 on the shot clock here. Hands it back off to Stalzer. Going up against Jackson. Hands it back to Mina. Got to put up a shot quickly here. Shot clock's running down. And that's going to end up being a shot clock violation. That was really good defense there by the Tritons because they had no looks whatsoever.
Right.
Ellie Horn will check out. Is going to be replaced. Yeah, it's replaced by Sam Jackson for the Bears. So Horn checks out, Jackson checks in. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Iowa Central with a 2-point lead. Jackson stepped out of bounds.
"30-second timeout, DMACC."
DMACC calls a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one with them. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Iowa Central leads by 2. We'll be right back here on the Triton Nation Network.
Reminder, juniors and seniors, stop out at the lobby area. Sign up for those free scholarships and other prizes we'll be giving away today. Also, all fans can stop out at the volleyball table, purchase some of their selected treats to help raise funds for their trip to Hawaii in the spring.
That shot by Robinson was nowhere close. That's going to end up basically being a turnover.
Right, it was a little short.
So after that missed shot, here come the Tritons once again. Started off a little rough, but they were able to get back into this game, take the lead there for a little bit. And it's been all kinds of back and forth since then as the Tritons turn it over.
Right.
But been really competitive first half so far. Everyone's contributing. I mean, there's only one person so far who's in double figures. That's Itula for
Right, both teams have gotten really good three-point looks.
Yeah, from a variety of different people. So it's been really competitive so far, both sides, as that shot from Stalzer is no good. Now here come Tritons. Terwilliger over to Smith, over to Jackson. Back to Smith. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Smith looking, 10 on the shot clock, inside to West, and they're going to call a foul. That basket will not count for the Tritons. They're going to inbound here. They're going to call that foul on Sam Jackson. That's going to be her first. And again, that basket will not count for the Tritons.
And McKinney re-entering for the Bears.
Fresh shot clock here for the Tritons as Hannah McKinney is checked back into the game for the Bears. Nice inbounds pass to Kira Ward. Lays it up and in.
Really great look from the inbound pass.
And I tell you what, DMACC head coach Steve Krafiska, he was not happy about that at all. He immediately called timeout.
Right.
So 1:48 remaining here in the first, 37-33. We'll be back here on the Triton Nation Network. Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Iowa Central leads by 4 over DMACC. Mina looking for somewhere to get the ball to. Hands off to Horn inside. Layup is no good. Rebound ends up in the hands of Jackson. She lays it up and in. That was basically a tip drill.
Right, I know.
But so after that made basket for the Bears.
Yeah, a tough shot, but they got a second chance to get it in the basket.
Especially when you have a good tip.
Yeah.
I believe it was Abernathy inside. No, it was McKinney. Excuse me. Shot no good by Kira Ward. Just over a minute remaining. The Bears can take the lead back on this possession with the made three. Here's Horn to McKinney. Robinson. Now to Mina. Mina over to Horn. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Robinson. Robinson, nice step back jumper and just drills it. Now it's a tie game. Just over 30 seconds remaining. Got about a 10-second difference between game clock and shot clock. West inside. Kicks it out. Here's Smith over to Ward. Smith to Terwilliger. Now back to Smith. Smith. And that pass I think she was expecting Jackson to move closer to the basket, and she did not. So,
right, there's a lot of defensive pressure there. It was kind of hard to get a shot in.
oh, okay. I didn't see what happened originally. That pass was tipped.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was tipped out of bounds. So it's still Triton ball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 15.8 remaining in the half. West inbounds it to Terwilliger. Terwilliger fires for three. Buries it.
Terwilliger for three!
Just been a theme of the first half so far. Three-pointer after three-pointer on both sides. Now here come the Bears. Mina, pull-up jumper. No good. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So after a very back-and-forth first half, Iowa Central's going to head to the locker room up 3 over DMACC. We'll be back for the second half here on the Triton Nation Network. But stay tuned. We're going to have a bunch of fun activities from the dance team, the cheer team, and the marching band as well coming up during halftime. We'll be back for the second half here on the Triton Nation Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jam the Gym 2019. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. The first part of your halftime entertainment tonight is going to be the Legion of Boom drum line. We'll be performing one piece for you tonight. Something that, traditional piece from the University of Iowa State that we've adapted to. Something to show their talents and make you want them to go a little faster. This is Cowbell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Iowa Central Legion of Boom. One more time, that was the Iowa Central Legion of Boom.
All right, so since Dr. Kinney this morning said we were going to do 3 scholarships, here is our first full tuition drawing. Who's the lucky winner? Da, 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 da. You can blame Dr. Kinney if you don't win. Elizabeth Wolfman from Manson Northwest Webster. Is Elizabeth here? You gotta come on down if you're here.
Hi everyone, welcome to this year's Jam the Gym basketball games. I just get the pleasure of introducing this basketball games halftime performance, and it was my great pleasure to introduce to you the 2018-2019 Iowa Central All-Girl Cheerleading Squad. Student winners, current student winners, go to the concession stand area to claim your prize. Andrew Shirts and Olivia Wilson, go to the concession stand area to claim your prize.
Jam the Gym goes on. If you are a current Iowa Central student, make sure you sign up for the drawings out in the lobby. Make sure you stop by the admissions table. Prospective high school students, most of you did register today. If you came just for the games, didn't do the visit day this morning, make sure you stop by admissions, get your t-shirt and roll 2. We got more prizes, lots of fun and games. we'll have the Iowa Central dance team at halftime of the men's game, so stick around all afternoon.
Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Just about ready to get the second half underway between Iowa Central and DMACC. Jordan, it was an unbelievable first half. It was, as we head to start the third, it's 40-37. It was extremely competitive. So,
right, it was a 3-point shootout the entire game.
Yeah, so we're both thinking and hoping more of the same.
Right.
But
I think the key is going to be for the following 2 quarters, defense. Tight defense.
Because obviously both teams' offenses are performing really well.
Right, not just in the 3-point line, but down to the post as well.
So what's going to come down to is who can make more stops in your mind.
Yes.
So because it's been really close. Obviously Iowa Central got off to a little bit of a rough start. It was like 8-2 at one point, but they clawed their way back in it, and it got to be a tie game, like 18-18 or somewhere around that area. But it's been back and forth ever since then. So we'll see what happens here in the remaining 20 minutes. So who knows? We might get some overtime action here today.
That's what I'm thinking. The fourth quarter is going to be a really tight game.
I agree with you, but we're going to find out soon enough what's going to happen. So we're just about ready to get the third quarter underway. Again, a shout out to the Iowa Central Pep Band, the cheer team, and to the Iowa Central Legion of Boom Drum Line for their performances during halftime. We especially enjoyed the Legion of Boom. Because it's like I knew that those guys were coming. I saw them setting up outside earlier, but those guys are always fun to see here at Hodges Fieldhouse as the third quarter's underway. And we start with a nice defensive play there from Itula. She tipped that ball out of bounds. It was going to be a nice inside look there for, I believe it was McKinney.
Right.
But she did a good job tipping that out. Inside to Ellie Horn.
Great defense, but with a player that high, it's really hard to get a block shot.
Because when you have a 5-6 inch height disadvantage, it's kind of hard to play defense against someone like that underneath.
That's 6'3".
So after the turnover there for the Tritons, DMACC's going to get the ball back, looking to take the lead here early in the second half. Here's Robinson. Pull-up jumper, no good. Almost got her own rebound, but ends up in the hands of Shreya Smith. Here she comes, over to West, over to Itula, and Itula traveled.
And like I said at the beginning of this quarter, defense is going to be key, and right now we're seeing it right now.
I think because there were 2 people that were right there next to West. She was probably thinking, okay, I'm probably going to get blocked if I attempt this shot. So he tried to get it out to Itula, and she just ended up traveling.
Right.
Which will happen every now and again. Just got to move on and, like you mentioned, play defense. McKinney for 3. No good. Rebound by Smith, and there you go. Another defensive stop. They were able to get the rebound after the missed shot, and they turn it into a nice layup there for Itula. And that's 12 points for Tierra Itula, leading the Tritons here early in the third quarter. Nina looking for somewhere to get the ball to. Kicks it out to Horn. Now McKinney. Less than 10 on the shot clock here for the Bears. Robinson fires for 3 over Terwilliger. No good. Rebound.
It was kind of a rush shot, but she didn't really have a choice. The shot clock was about to go out.
So after the scrum for the rebound, we have a foul call. That's going to be on Brittany West. That's her first. That rebound, it just ended up in the one place on the court where there was no one standing there to get it, and it just ended up becoming a huge cluster right in there at the edge of the paint to get it. That shot's no good by the Bears. Now here come the Tritons looking to add to their 3-point lead. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Smith over to Terwilliger. Terwilliger looking over to Ward. 10 on the shot clock. Itula
Wide open.
Buries it.
See, when you have wide open shots like that, you just have to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and the thing is that Itula is not a slouch from three-point land. Not in the slightest, because you don't even expect post players to shoot three-pointers, and then after that three-pointer,
Bears fire back with another 3.
Yeah, Robinson's just on fire today. I believe that's 15 points for her to match the 15 points that Itula has. So, and again, we're just keeping going with the back and forth in this game. Now they left Itula open again, gets a shot fake. Layup is no good, gets her own board, and is rejected by Ellie Horn. But Smith gets the ball, takes the shot, no good, and then Horn gets the rebound. So a bit of a wild sequence there. Mina looking inside to Jackson. Jackson goes right over Itula, is going to get the bucket and the foul.
This is good. Sam Jackson calls on Itula, her third.
They're going to call a foul on Itula. That's her third. That'll be something to keep an eye on for the rest of this half.
Sam Jackson shooting 1 for DMACC.
Sam Jackson's going to head to the line to looking for the three-point play.
Right, in close games like this, you don't want to get some of your best players in foul trouble.
Yeah, especially your leading scorer. Right?
Exactly.
So Itula will check out. She's going to be replaced by Chrissy Okanaka as Sam Jackson looks for the three-point play. Free throw is no good, and it's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be Triton ball.
Grace Stolzer in the DMACC.
About 6:20 remaining here in the third. It's a 1-point lead for the Tritons as Smith hands it off to Okanaka. Okanaka driving inside, goes right by.
Really great move.
You're right. That was excellent work there from Okanaka. Just goes right by the bigger defender and gets the layup.
Right. Having that kind of agility is great on the court.
Now the Bears inside to Horn. It just goes right over the double team. It was both Kira Ward and Brittany West trying to slow Horn down, just shot right over both of them. Still a 1-point game. Now Okanaka over to Sierra Smith, and she's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to get Robinson for that foul. It is on Robinson. That's her second. She was trying to, Sierra was trying to go by Robinson, and she had her beat, and Robinson fouled her, trying to prevent a layup. Inbound to Smith. Goes right by Mina, just attacks the basket, gets the layup. That was an aggressive move, and it paid off. Inside to Horn. That pass went off the leg of Stalzer, and it's a turnover. Here comes Smith, again, going right after it.
Ooh, couldn't quite get the shot in.
It was a good move, just wasn't able to complete the play. Good defense there from Ward, preventing it to get to Horn. And now the Bears will reset. Less than 10 on the shot clock as Robinson attacks and is fouled. They're going to call a foul there on Kira Ward. That's going to be her first. Now Robinson will shoot 2. First one is good for Aaliyah Robinson.
Jessica Jackson for the Tritons.
Jessica Jackson is checked back into the game for the Tritons, replacing Kira Ward.
Right, in a game like this that's this close, free throws are going to be key too.
That'll be something to keep an eye on, especially after you miss free throws like that.
Right.
could come back to cost you later in the game. Still a 2-point lead here for the Tritons, as Jackson just decides to just do a pull-up jumper rather than going after Ellie Horn. She was way too far away to even have a chance at blocking the shot.
Ooh.
Robinson was attacking pretty hard there. There was a foul that was before the contact there on West. That was a good block, a good trying to take a charge there from West, but really didn't do much good as the foul was called beforehand. They're going to call that foul on Sierra Smith. That's going to be her second. Fresh shot clock here for the Bears. Inbound to Robinson. Inside. Jackson just left wide open. Misses the jumper, though. Now here come the Tritons. Up by 4. Shariah Smith is going to be fouled. That foul is going to be on Robinson. Took a bit of a tumble there. Shariah Smith did. Good to see her get back up after hard fall, because you never know sometimes.
Right, injuries can happen very easily.
Yeah. Okanaka set to inbound. Nice inbounds pass to Jackson. They got that play down.
Right towards the basket. Very easy play to get down.
That's 6 points for Jackson coming off the bench this afternoon. Now it's a 6-point lead as the Bears turn it over.
Almost went out of bounds. Good save.
Here's Okanaka. We have a whistle. Looks like they're going to get Okanaka for a travel. It was the official on the far side, or at least from the play. It was the near side to our camera that blew the whistle on the travel call there. DMACC again catching a little bit of a break as the Tritons were on a fast break there and got called for a turnover. Now Mina. Nice move inside by Stalzer, just not able to get the shot to go. Now here come the Tritons. Okanaka. Going to call a foul here. Okanaka's going to shoot 2. We're going to call a foul on Asia Mina. That's going to be her second. Okanaka just went right after her. That travel on the last possession did not face her at all. She just went in and attacked again. Avery Terwilliger and Kira Ward are checking into the game for the Tritons. Brittany West and Shariah Smith head to the bench. Another free throw attempt coming here for Okanaka. Misses the second. Now the Bears, this is the largest deficit they've faced today, but
that was a wide three-pointer.
Yeah, Abernathy didn't care. She did not care about this 7-point deficit they were in all of a sudden at all. Just buries a rainbow 3. 4-point game now, 54-50. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Kira Ward, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by the Bears. Now here comes Mina. A lot of room to work with. It goes right after Ward and gets the basket. Now Coach Kruger calls a timeout. 2:47 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Tritons over the DMACC Bears. We'll be right back here on the Triton Nation Network. Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Getting close to the end of the third quarter, what's been a highly competitive game here between the Tritons and the Bears. Iowa Central looks to add to their 2-point lead inside to Ward. and is able to get that one to fall. I don't know how she was able to get that left alone right underneath the basket like that.
Right, it was a very awkward angle.
But I know that might have been a missed assignment there on defense for the Bears, but they come right back with Sam Jackson making the bucket. So we're still at a 2-point game here as Okanaka looking, attacks the defense. And after the missed layup, which basically went right in the hands of Kira Ward, we could call that a pass if we wanted to, that leading to the foul call. But sometimes those bounces go your way. And that one did, and led to a foul call and free throw attempts here for Kira Ward. First free throw is no good for Ward. They're going to call that foul on number 25, Grace Stalzer. That's her first. Brittany West has checked back into the game for the Tritons. Avery Terwilliger has as well. 1 for 2 at the line for Kira Ward. Back to a 3-point game. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Mina going up against Shreya Smith. Abernathy for 3. Buries it.
And tied game.
That Abernathy has just come in and has just hit 2 rainbow threes. They almost back-to-back possessions. Now this game's tied again. Back and forth we go. West buries the 3.
Right, comes back with another 3. It's going to be a shootout.
We're in for some fireworks today, Jordan. Under a minute and a half remaining after the 3-pointer by West. Abernathy, that's a 2-pointer, and that's nowhere close. And it's going to be tipped to the Tritons. Here's Terwilliger now. Terwilliger, cross-court pass to Sierra Smith. Sierra Smith going to work, goes right by Evans, lays it up and in. Nicely done by Sierra Smith. And now just as quick as it was tied, now it's a 5-point game again. Under a minute remaining. Mina attacks Ward and is going to draw the foul. Fouls on Kira Ward. That's going to be her second. Asia Mina will head to the line. Shooter's bounce on the first one there for Asia Mina. 5'4" freshman from Chicago. He's got one more free throw coming. Second one is right through for Mina. It's a 3-point game. Over a 10-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. Smith looking over to Terwilliger. Terwilliger kicks out to West. 10 on the shot clock. Terwilliger fires for 3. No good. Rebound. It was going to end up in the hands of Ellie Horn, but she's going to be fouled. That's the third foul on Sierra Smith, so we'll have to keep an eye for that. Because now we're in a bonus situation here for the Bears. Ellie Horn will head to the line to shoot free throws. First free throw is good for Ellie Horn. Itula will check back into the game for the Tritons as Sierra Smith heads to the bench.
Right. Free throws are really going to be key this late in the game for both teams.
And trying to stay out of foul trouble as well, because now you have multiple players with 3 fouls for Iowa Central.
Right.
Shot clock is off. 15 seconds to work with for Shariah Smith. Smith in the corner to West. Fires for
Looking
three.
to get another three in before, no.
Good shot. She was left wide open. Now a half-court heave for the Bears. It's going to be a little short. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. And then we're heading for a wild finish here at Hodges Fieldhouse.
Yes, we are, Randy.
62-61 after 3 quarters here between Iowa Central and DMACC. We'll be back for the fourth here on the Triton Nation Network.
Reminder, high school juniors and seniors, be sure you sign up for all the giveaways we'll be having out there in the lobby area. Also, I think we have some things for students who are currently here in Iowa Central Community College.
Winners Michaela Fleming and Alex Williams. Reports in concessions to get your prize.
Fourth quarter just underway here at Hodges Fieldhouse. Been a very close competitive game so far between Iowa Central and DMACC. See what the fourth quarter holds. Terwilliger over to Smith, left wide open. No good. Rebound by the Bears. Now here comes Mina. Inside the lawn. Shot's no good. Gets her own rebound, stripped away, and ends up in the hands of Shariah Smith. That was good defense against a much taller opponent. It's like they just swarmed her as soon as she got the ball. Itula, pull-up jumper. In and out, no good. Now here come the Bears. Here's Evans, guarded by Terwilliger. Inside the law. Ellie Horn is going to be fouled. It's going to be shooting free throws. Foul's going to be on Kira Ward. That's her third. First free throw is good for Ellie Horn. Got one more coming. Two for two at the line there for Ellie Horn. Is able to give the Bears the lead back, 63-62. So we're just underway here in the fourth. Terwilliger. Over Itula. Itula.
Almost stepped out there, but was able to get the pass in.
Terwilliger step back. No good. Rebound by Asia Mina. Now the Bears go that strategy seems to be working really well, even though that shot missed.
Right.
And they ended up getting that rebound and getting a bucket out of it. But they just continuing to go inside Ellie Horn. Terwilliger over to Ward, back to Smith. Smith over to West. West looking over to Smith in the corner, and she stepped on the line.
Stepped out right at the three.
Because she had her foot back ready to shoot that as soon as she caught it, but she stepped out of bounds, which is unfortunate for the Tritons. They have a timeout on the floor. 8:03 remaining in the fourth. 3-point lead for the Bears over the Tritons. We'll be right back here on the Triton Nation Network. Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. 8:03 remaining here in the fourth. DMACC with a 3-point lead, looking to extend it over the Tritons on this possession.
Right, you can expect a lot of tough defense from both teams in this quarter.
Jackson inside. Nice little turnaround jumper, is able to get that one to go. Now 5-point lead for the Bears. Now,
and if you're the Tritons right now, you shouldn't get overwhelmed by this. You should take your time, get quality shots in the basket. That is going to be key.
Yeah, and you don't need to worry about Ellie Horn either,
right?
As we have a traveling call. Because Ellie Horn's on the bench currently for DMACC. So now's your opportunity to really go inside and try and
get some post buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Mina being guarded by Shariah Smith. Mina ended up getting forced right into a little bit of a wall of Triton defenders there, but is able to draw a foul on Sierra Smith. That's going to be the 4th foul on Smith. They're going to leave Sierra Smith in.
Right, foul trouble has really hurt the Tritons this game.
That pass was out of the reach of Stalzer. Here comes Sierra Smith. Is going to be fouled. I stand corrected. They're not going to call that a foul, but it's going to be out of bounds off DMACC, so it's still going to be Triton ball. Inbounds to Jackson. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound by Kira Ward. Shot no good. They ran that same play that they've done about 3 or 4 times in this game.
And it's worked. However, it didn't work that play.
Yeah, they were prepared for it on that occasion.
Right.
Nice pass inside to Stalzer. Gets the bucket to go up and in. And now it's a 7-point lead for the Bears. And Coach Kruger calls timeout.
A much-needed timeout.
Yeah. Because, this game was tied not that long ago. And then the Bears were able to put a run together and get that 7-point lead. But there's no reason to panic right now.
Right, and if you're the Tritons, it's very easy to panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to panic right now because you still have 6:48 remaining. There's plenty of time to get back in this game. We've watched this game. It's been back and forth the entire time. So you're thinking, okay.
The Tritons had a pretty good rhythm in the first quarter with their 3-point buckets. If they can get back to that rhythm.
Yeah. And they've been playing really well on the offensive end for the majority of this game. So just worry about, make your baskets, and then you've played really good defense at times.
Right.
So just do what you have to do, and just chip away at this lead point by point. You'll eventually get yourselves back in this game.
Right. It takes a lot of mental focus too.
West over to Sierra Smith. 10 on the shot clock. Smith. Terwilliger. Step back. No good.
Can't quite get the bucket.
No, she did not. And the rebound went off the hands of Jessica Jackson. It's going to be DMACC ball. Now DMACC over to Jackson, and they're going to call a travel.
Tierra Itula, the Triton lineup.
Tierra Itula has checked back into the game. And Jessica Jackson will head to the bench. Just over 6 minutes remaining. 7-point deficit here for Iowa Central against DMACC. Terwilliger looking. Over to Itula. Shot fake, drives inside. Gets the bucket and the foul. Nicely done from Itula. As soon as she got the ball, did the nice little pump fake.
Right.
Gets the foul out of it. That was well done.
And if you're the Tritons, you really got to make every point count.
So you have,
especially at the line right here.
Yeah, so Itula just like you said, is able to complete the three-point play. That's really what the Tritons needed, because they needed to get a bucket of some kind.
Right.
To kind of get that momentum back. And it's back to a 4-point game.
Exactly, and they got 3 points right there.
So now a stop on defense here for the Tritons is really going to motivate this team. McKinney was trying to get it inside, and Brittany West was able to stick her leg out and then deflect it out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock here for DMACC. Here's Horn. Now Mina. Mina looking inside. Finds Stalzer. Gets that one to go up and in.
They had a lot of coverage down there. They just couldn't quite get the stop.
Now Sierra Smith. Terwilliger. Itula fires for three. No good. It's going to go out of bounds. Shariah Smith has checked back into the game, replacing Terwilliger. 6-point lead here for DMACC, 5:08 remaining. McKinney, guarded by West. Here's Robinson, and that's a travel. She thought about shooting that three-pointer and just did a little too much on the shot fake and ended up getting called for a travel.
Right.
So after really wasn't a forced turnover by any means. Now the Tritons with an opportunity. Pass was tipped, trying to get to Hero Ward. Ball's still loose, ends up in the hands of Itula. 10 on the shot clock. Smith looking. Drives inside, kicks it out to Sierra Smith. Sierra Smith drives, pass inside to Itula, and that's going to end up being a shot clock violation. Right as that buzzer sounded, Itula and Ellie Horn were getting into it underneath the bucket. Officials were able to discuss, figure out that the shot clock expired before any foul was called. So the officials doing a really good job today, making sure this game is officiated correctly.
Right.
So that's always good to know in these close games.
Exactly. The calls have been pretty fair too.
Terwilliger checks back into the game, replacing Sierra Smith. 4:24 remaining here in the fourth. DMACC still has a 6-point lead here over the Tritons. Robinson over to Horn. Mina looking. Finds Stalzer. Horn. Robinson inside to Horn, and they're going to call a hold on Brittany West. It's going to be the second foul on West, and that was not a shooting foul, so Bears will inbound with a fresh shot clock. Horn over to Robinson. Robinson back to Horn. Now to Mina. Under 4 minutes remaining, Mina pulls up jumper and then just drills it. Just inside the three-point line, it's now an 8-point lead. Terwilliger, three-pointer, buries it.
And that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, I was just going to say they needed a basket on this possession, and Terwilliger
Right.
gave it to him. Now you got to make a stop on this end if you're the Tritons. Mina over to McKinney. Robinson. The step back jumper goes in for Robinson. Was able to fool Terwilliger on that one. It's back to a 75-68 lead here for the Bears. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Itula drives inside. Right over Horn. No good. And that's going to stay on this end.
Sierra Smith in for the Tritons.
Sierra Smith will check back in, and Shariah Smith will head to the bench. 7-point deficit here for the Tritons. Really need a basket on this possession. Itula looking. Nice move there from Itula. He's able to get that one to go up and in. That's 20 points now for Thierry Itula. Inside to Horn. Is stripped by Kira Ward. Turnover. Now here come the Tritons. Terwilliger. Now over to Sierra Smith. 2.5 remaining. 5-point game. Sierra Smith looking over to West.
And for the Tritons, the 3-point game should be the primary focus on offense.
I mean, it has gone really well for them, but you can't abandon the 2-pointer just yet as West turns it over. I thought there for a very quick second that Mina stepped out of bounds, but apparently she did not. Just over 2 minutes remaining, 5-point lead for the Bears. Tritons need a defensive stop right here. Into Horn, and they're going to draw a foul.
Sierra Itula's her fourth.
They're going to call that foul on Sierra Itula. That's her fourth.
Jackson will go in for DMACC. Shariah Smith for the Tritons.
Shariah Smith is checked back into the game for the Tritons. Fresh shot clock here for the Bears. Up by 5, just under 2 remaining. McKinney stalls her. Mina looking to milk the clock a little bit here, guarded by Shariah Smith. Jackson drives inside, throws that one basically off the side of the backboard. Now here come the Tritons. They really need a basket here on this possession. Inside to West, and that's one of the best things that you can do right there.
Exactly.
Just get it inside to West. Let her go to work. 3-point game. Just over a minute remaining. Triton Pep Band making a lot of noise over there. Trying to will this defense on. And they're going to have a foul call here. I believe McKinney's going to go to the line.
Brittany West, her third 15 foul.
Foul is going to be on Brittany West. That's her third.
Shooting 2 will be Hannah McKinney.
McKinney going to the line for 2 big free throws here. He's able to get the first one to go. Ellie Horn is checked back in for the Bears. One more free throw here for McKinney, looking to make it a 5-point game. Misses the free throw, and that's going to be out of bounds. DMACC ball. There was a fight for that rebound, and it looks like it went off the hands of Itula before it went out of bounds, but I'm sure Coach Kruger thinks a little differently about that call. Coach Kruger calls a timeout. That's his final timeout of the game. 1:07 remaining. It's a 4-point lead here for DMACC over the Tritons. We'll be right back here on the Triton Nation Network.
Two more Iowa Central student winners. Libby Zorn.
Welcome back to Hodges Fieldhouse. Just over a minute remaining. Iowa Central down by 4 here against DMACC. Gonna have a full shot clock here for the Bears. Obviously, you're gonna need a defensive stop.
Right.
But what are you going to do after that defensive stop if you get it? And they end up drawing another foul. Looks like they're going to go to the line and shoot more free throws. That foul is on Kira Ward. That's her fourth. Itula and West are set to check back in. First free throw for Ellie Horn is good. It's a 5-point game now.
Brittany West. Kira Itula ready for the Tritons.
Second free throw upcoming here for Ellie Horn is no good. That's really what the Tritons needed. 1 minute remaining, 5-point deficit. Got to get going here. Here's West. West driving inside. Hands it off to Terwilliger. Terwilliger, they're going to call a jump ball, and that's going to go to DMACC. So, in essence, a turnover there for the Tritons, which is exactly what they did not need at all.
Sierra Smith. Chrissy Okinaka in for the Tritons. 30-second timeout. DMACC.
DMACC calls a timeout. 51 seconds remaining. Still a 5-point lead here for DMACC. All right, so what is Iowa Central going to have to do to come back here in this last minute?
Focus. Mental toughness.
Okay, so all right, so
they need to not panic.
Yeah, I agree. But are you thinking try and draw a foul on their worst free throw shooter, or just play defense?
A mixture of both.
Okay.
Both is definitely going to be key.
Okay, so you're thinking like foul maybe 10 seconds?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see what strategy the Tritons play here. Evans to inbound. Pass is tipped, and it's stolen by Terwilliger. Exactly what the Tritons needed. Down by 5, 45 seconds remaining. Terwilliger over to Shreya Smith. Fires for 3 over Horn. No good. Rebound and a foul call.
Falls on Sierra Smith for fifth.
Foul is going to be on Sierra Smith. That's her fifth, so she is fouled out.
Sierra Itula, Brittany West. Here we're on for the Tritons.
Leah Robinson is going to head to the line here for the Tritons. Two big free throws upcoming here for Robinson. Could potentially put this game on ice if she's able to make both of them. First free throw is good for Robinson. It's now a 6-point game. Two for two at the line for Robinson. 7-point game now. 38 seconds remaining. Got to get a bucket quickly here. Smith just goes right by everybody, but the layup is no good. Pass is almost stolen by West. Ball's still loose, and we're going to have a jump ball, and that's going to stay here on this end. Because they're out of timeouts. They have one last option there, because West, if they had a timeout, she probably would have called it.
Right. The fastest way to score is to get a couple of threes.
Yeah.
That's definitely key.
All right, so here's Smith over to Terwilliger. Let's see what they try here. Over to Ward. West fires for 3. No good. Rebound by Robinson. Almost stolen by West, but we're going to have a foul call here, and there's not going to be a lot of very happy people in this gym with that call. I mean, DMACC bench is happy about it, but you have a quite a big reaction there from both the bench and some fans that are sitting behind the bench. They had a really good view of that call. They did not agree with that one very much. Asia Mina will step to the line here after West is called for a 4th foul. It's a 7-point game with 11 seconds left. Make it an 8-point game as Mina hits the first.
Now, if you're the Tritons, you're going to want to get the ball in the basket as fast as you can.
Yep, got to hurry here.
You're going to need to shoot. And that is definitely not what the Tritons wanted.
No, it was not. But that's going to end up being the end of the game. DMACC is able to, really when it came down to it, they were able to execute. They were able to make those stops on defense and hit the free throws.
Exactly.
We mentioned that earlier. That's what it was going to come down to in this kind of
especially
game.
In the 4th quarter.
And that's exactly what DMACC was able to do. And they're able to get out of here with an 8-point win over the Tritons. It was a hard-fought game on both sides.
Right. They were pretty neck to neck in the first few quarters.
But DMACC, like we mentioned, they did exactly what they needed to do down the stretch to win the game. And they're able to get out of here. 8-point win, 80-72 over the Tritons. That's going to do it for the women's game. Men's game is upcoming. That'll start about 20-25 minutes from now. That'll be on a separate stream from the one that you're currently watching for the women's game. Again, the men's game will start about 20-25 minutes from now, and we'll have that for you right here on the Triton Nation Network.